We await information on where this couple might be. The big question, if you are traveling, it's spring break season, what key precautions should you take? Joining me now to help answer, Mark Murphy. Mark, you're the founder of TravelPulse.com, author of Travel Unscripted. So you wrote the book on this, literally. I mean, let's talk about first the travel advisory that people need to know about in the DR. Back in February, before any of this even happened, it was increased to use caution. What does that mean, and what kind of caution should you take?
It's to be aware of your surroundings. I mean, the reality is pretty much any city you go to in the United States, pretty much anywhere you go in the world, you would consider it level 2. That just basically means be aware of your surroundings. Don't wander outside areas that you're unfamiliar with, and take usual precautions like you would if you were in New York City or Chicago or anywhere else. That's pretty standard. So, you know, that doesn't really raise too many alarm bells. That's kind of standard all over the world these days, this level 2. So I would say to the folks that are traveling, register for the STEP program. That's the Smart Traveler Enrollment Program. You can do that on the website, the government website, and that way embassies and consulates around the world will know what your travel is and, you know, where you're supposed to be, etc. And can also send you alerts in case the status changes while you're abroad, which is really an important thing to know.
Something that we do know about this couple is that they went missing at some point between leaving their hotel and getting to the airport. They had rented a car. They had expressed to friends there at the hotel that they were worried about that. And what kind of advice do you have for people that may use a rental car company and drive by themselves in foreign countries? I mean, I've done it before, and it is concerning. There are different kinds of things you need to look out for.
Correct. And there's some places I just won't rent a car and drive around. The Dominican Republic would be one of them. I would never recommend somebody drive 100 miles in the cover of darkness in a destination they don't know at all. I don't know if this is the couple's first time there, but that would be the last thing I would have done. They could have easily booked through a travel agent an excursion with multiple people, which would amortize that cost. Sure, it may have been a little bit more expensive than the rental car, or may have been cheaper. We don't know. But that's how I would always recommend people travel, because you're in an area that you just don't know, and they were literally 100 miles from the airport. Dominican Republic is a wonderful destination to vacation in, but it's a third world country, and those roads are not going to be comparable to what you might see if you're driving to upstate New York or you're driving around Atlanta. And if there's no lights and you don't know where you're going, you just added to the mess.
Yeah, it is something to look out for. The great idea there is register for the STEP program that I know you've already mentioned. People can find that information on the State Department website. Mark Murphy, thank you so much for your insight. We appreciate it.